The Mission: Impossible series, starring Tom Cruise as the indefatigable Ethan Hunt, has captivated audiences with its thrilling stunts and suspenseful plots for nearly 3 decades. However, as the franchise approaches its eighth installment with a reportedly astronomical $400 million budget, it may be time to consider ending the series on a high note. While the dedicated Cruise aims to keep the franchise going, the financial and critical challenges facing Mission Impossible suggest that an exciting, conclusive finale could be the best way to honor the legacy of Hunt and his impossible missions. High stakes and higher costs, the budget issue. The eighth installment, Mission Impossible 8, has set a franchise record for its production budget, reaching a staggering $400 million. With expenses fueled by pandemic delays, labor strikes, and escalating costs for Cruise's signature stunts, this latest entry is, by far, the costliest in the franchise's history. However, while audiences love the jaw-dropping action sequences, a $1 billion box office return is likely needed to make the movie profitable, a benchmark the franchise has never hit. Despite the acclaim for the previous film, Dead Reckoning Part 1, its box office performance fell short amid strong competition from the Barbenheimer phenomenon in 2023. This lackluster return highlights the risk Paramount faces in keeping the franchise alive, as additional sequels may struggle to recoup increasingly steep budgets. Recent box office woes and the waning audience. The Mission Impossible franchise has historically drawn viewers in with its high-octane action and plot twists, but recent entries have faced unexpected challenges. Despite Dead Reckoning Part 1's warm reception and the popularity of Top Gun: Maverick, Cruise's resurgence couldn't save the movie from a tepid box office performance, dampened by the Barbie and Oppenheimer dual release. Moreover, the recent film's reception indicates potential franchise fatigue, as audiences may be growing wary of familiar tropes despite the franchise's proven entertainment value. The eighth installment needs to overcome not only steep financial odds but also the risk of repeating the disappointing returns seen in Dead Reckoning Part 1. With the added pressure of an exorbitant budget, the idea of creating a meaningful conclusion gains even more appeal, especially if marketed as the ultimate send-off for Ethan Hunt. Embracing an epic finale. Fans are drawn to the idea of a fitting conclusion, and the studio would do well to capitalize on this sentiment. Framing Mission Impossible 8 as the final chapter could spark excitement, similar to Marvel's Avengers Endgame, while offering a true narrative resolution to the story that began nearly 3 decades ago. By promising fans an epic, conclusive ending for Ethan Hunt, Paramount could maximize the hype and emotional investment for the series finale, enticing audiences to see the movie as a must-watch event. A true finale would also leave the door open for a potential reboot in the future, possibly introducing new characters or shifting focus within the Mission Impossible universe. This approach would grant the franchise a fresh start down the road, similar to how other action franchises have successfully rebooted with new faces and narratives. Tom Cruise's vision versus the series' reality. Tom Cruise has expressed enthusiasm for continuing the franchise, even drawing inspiration from Harrison Ford's commitment to Indiana Jones. However, the missteps with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which faced harsh criticism and box office struggles, serve as a cautionary tale. Extending Mission Impossible indefinitely could risk diminishing its legacy, with audiences potentially viewing future installments as unnecessary or repetitive. A final, spectacular installment would allow Cruise and Paramount to end on a high note, preserving the franchise's reputation and appeal. It could solidify Mission Impossible as one of the greatest action series in cinema history, showcasing the heights it can achieve without risking franchise fatigue or dwindling returns. Why a grand farewell could be the franchise's best mission yet. As one of the longest-running action franchises, Mission Impossible deserves a well-crafted, memorable conclusion. Ethan Hunt has been a beloved action hero, and Tom Cruise's dedication to the role has set a new standard in Hollywood for physical performance and authenticity. By prioritizing an epic farewell, Paramount could create a cinematic experience that not only thrills, but also provides a sense of closure for fans who have followed Hunt's daring escapades. In the end, The best move for Mission Impossible may be to end with a bang rather than a whimper. An electrifying final mission would allow audiences to celebrate Cruise's iconic portrayal of Ethan Hunt, ensuring that the series remains etched in cinema history. Whether or not Cruise decides to accept this mission, a grand finale might just be what Mission Impossible needs to go out in style, preserving its legacy for years to come.